Welcome back to DIY Willy, and today, well, we're gonna work on the mini bike again, the 79cc version. So I had said in the previous episode that the 79cc engine needed some work to it. I've got a leaky oil seal and I wanted to do some work to the driven side of the clutch. I'm not gonna do that right now. Instead, I want to try to repower the 79cc mini bike. There's nothing wrong with this engine. It runs great. But let's have a little bit of fun, you know? I want to see how well other engines would fit in this frame. I know a lot of people have done it, and I'm gonna do it. Mighty has a 212cc, and let's see what I've got to put in there. I do have a new 212 I could put in there, but that's been done before. I do have a new, well, it's been in the shed for a while, 420cc. That might be fun. Nah, that's too big, it won't fit. Maybe this is my only option. I don't know. I still want to play with something more. What could that be? How about one of the new Predator 224s? Right, 224 cc's of Predator power. That ought to work. I know it's been done already, but why not do it again, right? Yeah, let's get that box open, see what's inside. Alright, I know there's lots of opening these boxes up and seeing what's inside videos on YouTube, but I haven't done it on my channel yet. And I'm excited to have this little engine because I don't get a chance to buy a lot of the good engines out there. A lot of them won't ship to California. I know there may be some Hondas and Briggs out there that can ship here, or I can build out here, but man, I don't want to break the bank, and these Predator engines come in at just the right price, I think. And yeah, so California got the 224 and I'm glad to have it. Of course, we got the instructions. I believe everyone has said that's a jet package. Yep, there's a jets and another carb seal. All right, Predator. I'm excited, man. Let me get it out of the box. Da da da. Here we go. Turn it around. Yeah. This is really nice. We'll definitely make use of this for filling that oil. I like that. And of course, the tools. Can't forget the tools. All right. We'll leave all that together for now, because all we want to mess with is this. That's a heavy box. Look at this, man. This thing is a thing of beauty. I like it. I'm so glad they went ahead and put this little box right here that makes it approved for the EPA, I believe. What a nice engine. And I think it's gonna sit, really nice right there. So I believe this engine is built by Ducar. All the signs that I've seen online are saying that it is a Ducar, and Predator gets to put their name on it. Great. I love that. There are some unique things to it. These like acorn nuts. The throttle linkage is a little more, you know, it's a little nicer. Different air filter. Yeah, I can see there's a few things different on here. I don't know if this is more the Hemi style or if it's the regular style, but I mean the valve cover says it's more the regular style engine. Gotta get rid of that. Definitely very cool. Yeah. Now we're not gonna do too much to it. I'm gonna run it in this form for a while, and just to see if make sure I can fit it all in the mini bike and not have to take it all apart. You know, I like to leave it stock for a while. The 79cc was putting out horsepower wise about the same horsepower this will put out stock, so I think it'll still be a fun ride. The torque, however, I believe is quite a bit different because it's the stroke that gets that extra 12 cc's. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a centrifugal clutch on this one for a while. I'm not gonna put the torque converter on it, and see if we can still keep it fun to ride without popping wheelies every second. I understand the 212 and the torquier engine will probably want to pop wheelies, but I'm gonna run a smaller rear sprocket, and hopefully I can keep both wheels on the ground as long as I can. Let's get this thing installed. What do you say? We're getting closer to getting this engine installed. I've now drilled the holes for the engine. Now this engine will be fixed position and won't be able to move, so I will have to put my chain tensioner back in over there. But I made a template. I made a template of the bolt pattern and transferred it here after doing some measuring and figuring what I needed to get center on the engine for the chain to line up on the clutch. Now also I did grind the oil drain plug a little bit, that bolt, to give me a little more wiggle room. And yeah, I'm gonna get this engine in now. All right, would you look at this? It's bolted in. Yeah, and I barely have enough room right there to clear the frame without modifying the intake. Yeah, I like it. It looks good. Now I did disconnect the oil level switch, so it won't turn off by that anymore, but it does still work by this. I have not hooked up the handlebar switch yet, but I want to start it up. I put fuel in it, I put oil in it. Oh, good one right there. And yeah, we just need to get it started up. Seems that the chain is lined up. Found my tensioner, and I put my tensioner back on right there, so I'm ready for 35 chain. I still need to put a bolt right here in the end of the crankshaft, but right now I've got the set screws tightened up. It should stay on there. Oh, I also need to change the throttle cable over from the Mikuni style to this style. I have that cable, I'll do that still, but right now I want to start it up and let it go through the startup cycle, you know, the first startup on the engine. I haven't adjusted this at all, anything yet. I haven't loosened it, I haven't modified it in any way. It's still just as it came out of the box. Gas is on. We can give it a little choke. I already put fuel in the tank. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's hear this thing run. All right, fuel is on, choke is there. Give it a little bit of gas. I'm so used to grabbing the throttle. Make sure it's turned on. Oh, look at that, first pull. That's impossible. Wow. That's impossible. There it is. I know it's a little bit dark right there. I've been working on it for a while. Look at that. Look how well it fit in there. Yeah. Didn't have to modify anything. Wow. That looks perfect. That looks great. Max performance 224cc. Mega Moto MM80. Look at that. Holy crap. I should call this one Max. Hey Max, right? That brake. Look at that. Everything is just perfect. Still in a compact size. Look at that. Got the clutch. Chains on. Chain's got a little more play in it that I like it to have. But it works. It'll work for now. For testing purposes only, right? Yeah. Look at that. Amazing. Looks so good. I gotta go right now, but I can bet you tomorrow morning I'm taking it for a ride. Alright. See you tomorrow. Alright, here we go, guys. It's a couple of days later. I've got the kill switch hooked up from the handlebars. And I've been riding it for a little bit. In fact, you can see I wore the knobbies off the tires. But yeah, it runs great. I really like how this little bike turned out. Since I'm using the centrifugal clutch, I put the Go Power Sports clutch cover and chain guard on there. Had to cut it back like everybody else did for the frame. But yeah, it looks really nice. I really like it. That little motor's got a lot of pep to it. Seems like it's pretty fast, and it still has all the governor and everything in it. And it seems like it's pretty quick. I'm gonna have to get the GPS out and see how fast. So let's take it for a ride, right? What are we waiting for? A little bit of choke, gas on, ignition. So honestly, you can see it walking. Honestly, I think this engine has an internal problem. I noticed a lot of end play on the crankshaft, and it makes some weird noises sometimes when you're riding it. Not really sure why. Oh, maybe it's out of gas now. That would be something. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of movement on the crankshaft side to side. So I think it needs some spacers on the inside to kind of get that end play right. I think it's got too much. When they assembled it, maybe they assembled it on a Friday or a Monday or something, you know, that old saying that it's missing something, you know, it's got way too much end play. And it shows when you ride it. It shakes a lot. And I would like to verify the timing, although it starts really well, so I don't know if that would be necessarily the problem, but there is definitely a problem with the engine. And yeah, I'm not going to take it back, you know, I'll tear into it and figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's with the crank, but hey, all that stuff can be fixed, right? Overall, I really like the engine. I really like the way it performs. I have to get used to this clutch. The centrifugal clutch makes a lot of noise, and it might just be the type of clutch I bought. You know, this is just a cheap internet clutch, and if I buy a max torque or a more expensive clutch, more quality, it might be better. I did have to adjust the chain. The original chain tensioner spot didn't work, so I just drilled a hole higher and moved it up. It's pretty good. It might be a little bit too tight, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the chain's going to stretch a little bit, and maybe I can take the link out then. But yeah, overall it's been a great project. I like the engine, I like the power it gives. The brakes are working perfectly. They're strong, they stop it quick, in fact probably too quick. Yeah, it's good, man. So we may dive into that engine, take the side cover off, and check the end play, check out if any damage on the inside, you know, check the clearances between the crank and the cam, maybe check the valve lash, give it a once over, because I can tell there is a problem with it. I just can't quite pinpoint what it is. But it runs. It ran good right out of the box. It started right up. I was really surprised. It did sit for a minute and let the fuel come down. Maybe that's what it was, but it started right up. I was really surprised. But these wheels, yeah, man, they're so much more comfortable. It turns easier. It's much more agile. You know, it just seems more stable. So yeah. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to DIY Willy if you haven't done so already, and always come back. We're working on Predator 224s, the Predator 212, and the 79cc, and the of course the Mega Moto frames. That's the only frame I have and the only frame I've used ever, so I enjoy it. I get comments about if it's okay for adults. Hey, I'm 5'6", over 200 pounds, and I'm riding around on it. I enjoy it. So if you have an opportunity, get yourself one and build it, have some fun. So hey man, that's it. I'm gonna end this video here, and I'll see you later. Bye.